What's going on YouTube? It is JV and welcome back to another video, and it is, as always, on Tuesdays, Tier List Tuesday. So let's roll that intro and get right into the video. Alright, thank you guys for clicking on this video. It means the world to me. But for today's video, it is Tier List Tuesday as always. But before we talk about that, we hit a big milestone on the YouTube channel. We have finally hit 200 subscribers. I cannot believe it, guys. Thank you all very much. I truly do appreciate all of you watching and if you're subscribed. But today's tier list is none other than, you saw it on the title obviously, but we are ranking every WWE game since the first SmackDown game to WWE 2k22. So All-Stars will be thrown in there and 2K Battlegrounds will be thrown in there. Legends of WrestleMania, stuff like that. Even though it wasn't like a main series game, but it's still going to be thrown in there. And guys, it goes from the category S to never played and D. So never played and D are kind of like in the same category, but you know what I mean. So let's get straight into it now. All right, guys, up first is the first SmackDown game, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have never played this. So where does it go? It goes in the never played category. But what's the next game? Next up is SmackDown 2. And where does it go? You probably know. It is going in the never played category. All right, we finally got to a game that I have played and own. And that is none other than SmackDown Shut Your Mouth for the PlayStation 2, which is also my first console, by the way. But this game I haven't played much of recently, so I really can't give an opinion on it, you know what I mean? But I used to play this when I was younger. So WWF SmackDown is a solid game, guys. For what it is from the time, it was like probably made in like 2001. Because obviously WWF, I think 2002 was the last time they used WWF. But anyways, for this game, I'm going to give it a solid C because I just don't have enough of an opinion on that, if you know what I mean. But what's the next game? The next game, one of my childhood favorites, even though I was born way after this game came out. Or not way after, but I grew up playing video games way after this came out. But it is SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, also on the PlayStation 2. Me and my brothers used to play this game, whether it was going backstage, which was so much fun, the arcadey style. Oh my god, it was just a blast playing this game, no matter what kind of match we were doing. But for this game, I'm going to give it a B. This game has a special place in my heart for being in my childhood, so we're going to go with B. Arguably the greatest wrestling video game of all time, at least WWE game. Maybe wrestling too, but that is, you guys probably know what it's going to be. It's going to be SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Oh my god, this game, so much fun. It has the arcade style. It has a little mix of simulation there. You can do pretty much anything. You can fly helicopters, jump out of the helicopter, hit people with golf carts. It's just nuts. The season mode's great. It's just an overall great game. So for WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, there's only one rating that this goes in, right? One category. And that is going under our first S tier game. There's going to be one more. I think one or two more. I don't know. You're just going to have to see. So, yep. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is going in the S category. All right. Next up is SmackDown vs. Raw. The first ever SmackDown vs. Raw. And I'm going to be honest, I've never played the first SmackDown vs. Raw. So, I can't give you much of an opinion on that. Next up is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 this time. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. This is probably one of the best games according to a lot of people. But I have never played this, or I don't recall playing it. I don't have it in my collection at all. You guys will see my game collection for WWE in January of 2023. But I have never played SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So let's get on to the next game, which I have played. Finally, another great game that we actually have played, minus the last couple that we haven't played. But that is none other than SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, arguably the best wrestling game of all time, behind SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, which we ranked earlier. But this game had it all. I'm telling you, I said SmackDown Here Comes the Pain had it all. SVR 2007 had it all too. Great roster, GM mode, season mode was great, gameplay was great. Oh my, so many good stuff. Like the match flow. Oh my, beautiful game. But for this game, I would put it S, to be honest with you guys, if I played this game a lot more. But I have not played it recently, and I have not played enough of it. But I do own it on the PS2. But for this game, I'm going to give an A based on my experience of how I played it. So that plays a factor, guys, how much I've played the game. But yeah, like I said, it's going in the A category. Guys, next up is SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. And this game was like the first game to include ECW into the SmackDown vs. Raw mix. But overall, a very solid game. Solid's my favorite word in the tier list videos if you guys have watched them all. But solid game, like I just said. I feel like that's the best word to describe this game. It's not my favorite. I barely played it. I played it a lot as a kid though, but I do not remember that far back playing this game. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a B because it was a good game when I played it as a kid. So for that reason, it's just going under B. I don't really have much to explain. And I think it was the last game to include GM mode, which kind of sucks. Next up is SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 this time. We're going to have a lot of SmackDown vs. Raw to go. Or no, we have like 3 more to go. But anyways, so this game was okay. I mean, there's not like much to do on here. This mainly focused tag team wrestling. It had DX on the cover. I mean, it was okay. I remember playing this a lot as a kid though, because I used to load it up. I remember the picture of John Cena like holding his dog tags in the loading screen on the menu. I would try to find a picture of it and put it up on the screen. If it doesn't pop up, I couldn't find a photo. But I'm trying to think of a good rating for this. I'm gonna put it at C because I really don't remember me like playing it much. Like I don't have a vivid memory in my head playing it, but I do remember playing it a lot as a kid. WWE Legends of WrestleMania is another game on this list. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have never played this game before. I've only played the demo like once. I remember when I was like 7, but I don't really remember much of it. So it's going in the never played. All right, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. We are 1 game away from being done with the SmackDown vs. Raw series. But SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, I also barely played, guys. I mean, I've had it, or I don't own it anymore. I thought I did own it. But for this game, I'm going to give it a B rating. Oh, no, scratch that. Move the B to a C rating because I have only played it probably like once or twice. And I really couldn't give you a description on it. And the last SmackDown vs. Raw is now being ranked. And that is none other than SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Oh my god, this game I absolutely love. I own it on the Xbox 360. I own it on the PS2. It's just so much fun, no matter if you're in a match, doing Road to WrestleMania, it doesn't matter. But this game pretty much had it all. I think it was the first game with Universe mode, the second to last Road to WrestleMania. Create a story, which is arguably one of my favorite features in the game, which I still play to this day. And the gameplay was great, and a lot of other good things came from this game, including, the table and the weapon physics. That was a great part of this game too. If you ever did a TLC match, you are guaranteed to play that for hours on top of hours. But for SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, where am I going to put it? And I'm going to put it in the S category, guys. I don't know why I point over there, but that's where it's going. It's going in the S category. I absolutely love this game, and it means a lot to me being a wrestling fan now and appreciating when I played it as a kid. Another great game. 2 back-to-back games. We had SVR 2011 that we ranked last, and now we have WWE All-Stars. If you guys don't like arcade-style wrestling, you're going to disagree with me on this pick. But for the SmackDown vs. Raw games to end, I think this was right after SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Release. But this game was beautiful, guys. I mean, it had the wrestlers looking like they were on steroids. It had the Fantasy Warfare. It had the Path of Champions, which are 2 great modes. And if you guys don't know what they are, Path of Champions is just like you play like 10 matches to try to fight the champion and win the title at WrestleMania. And then Fantasy Warfare is basically dream matches. Because I remember one is CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. But this match you cannot get bored of, guys. Like, I could play this for hours on top of hours, just like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. You won't get bored. I mean, you have a short roster, which kind of sucks, but the gameplay just makes up for it. And for that reason, I'm going to put WWE All-Stars under A. Next game is WWE 12, and I just bought this game like about a month ago, and I have not really touched it since because I've been really busy with work and school. But WWE 12 with Randy Orton on the cover, the first game in a while to get rid of that SmackDown vs. Raw branding and just put WWE on there because there was really not much of a brand split back in 2010. or 2011, so they had to just go WWE 12. And this game had like the Apex Predator technology, which was like all new camera angles, everything like that. But this was the game that finally concluded the epic run of Road to WrestleMania, from starting in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, I want to say, all the way to WWE 12. But this game was great. I mean, based on what I played, it was great. Like, I enjoyed playing the matches. I enjoyed playing what I have so far. And I plan on trying to bring these games to the channel somehow. I don't know how it will work, but I try to. I'm trying to think of a way to do it. But for WWE 12, since I haven't played much of, I'm just going to put it in the C rating, guys. So don't kill me. I just haven't played enough. But I enjoyed it so far. So maybe down the road, we just redo this tier list. And I give complete new rankings. WWE 13. Oh my god. Arguably one of my favorite WWE games of all time. Behind, or no, it might be ahead of Shut Your Mouth, or not Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, and SVR 2007, and like stuff like that, and SVR 2011. But WWE 13 was like Live the Revolution. I said like leave, but Live the Revolution. I think that was the tagline for this game. But it was, oh my god, was CM Punk on the cover? This game just was perfect. It had great gameplay. It had a great showcase, which was the first ever showcase mode, which was the WWF Attitude Era, which, like, the best era of all of wrestling was captured. It had a great creation suite. Universe mode was there. It had it all, too. Like, these games just been great the past couple, like, years. But you guys know that I enjoy this game. Like, I've played it before, not on the channel, but I played this game a lot. I had it on the Wii. I had it on the PS3. I have it on the Xbox 360. But, and for that rating, I just love the trailer, the Live the Revolution Pennywise song. I'll play a little snippet of it, or a little snippet of the trailer in a second after I'm done ranking this. But for this rating, I'm going to give it a A. It's going under the A category. It's not quite S, because the next game might be an S.
Live the Revolution.
And the next game is an S, guys. It is WWE 2k14. I started off with a bang to tell you the rating right away this time. But WWE 2k14 was just a phenomenal game. It had it all as well. The gameplay was just as good as 13, if not better. The 2K Showcase mode, which was the 30 years of WrestleMania. It had the Undertaker career mode, which you could defend it or defeat the streak. Oh my god. Universe mode, create a story. Creation suite was great. Gameplay was great. Guys, this game had it all. I've said that about a lot of games, but this game truly had it all. The last good wrestling game, in my opinion, or last great wrestling game, in my opinion. But, and for that reason, you guys heard me earlier, I'm going to go with the S for this game. WWE 2K15. And guys, hear me out. This was the first game ever on Next Gen. It had John Cena on the cover, but this was the first ever Next Gen game. And I haven't played this game on Next Gen since like 2016. So don't come after me in the comments and say, oh my god, that this game sucks. It sucked on Next Gen. It was too slow. I've only played it on last gen, which was the PS3 and the Xbox 360 at the time. And for that reason, I remember the showcase being great, which was Punk and Cena and Shawn Michaels and Triple H. But I remembered the game being overall pretty decent. And for that reason, on last gen, that is, it's going under the C category. WWE 2K16 with Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover was a great game. I played this on the channel twice. Actually, when I first started this channel, I played a little bit of it. I kind of want to continue it, or like bring something new with that game, or like redo the whole series, but I don't know. But this game was great. The gameplay was solid, way better than 2K15's on Next Gen, based on what I've heard. But I like this game a lot. I played this a lot with my brothers, because this is like one of the first games I got on the PS4 when I had it like freshly new in like 2016. But WWE 2K16, I'm going to give a great ranking. I'm going to give 2K16 an A. Had a great showcase with Austin Showcase, and the gameplay was pretty decent. WWE 2K17 holds a special place in my heart, guys. Like, I actually love this game. This game, I had it on 3 different consoles. I had it on the PS4, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. I just like this game a lot. And you guys know that this had Brock Lesnar on the cover, which was awesome. I mean, I don't hate Brock being on the cover of this game at all, but this game was good. It brings a lot of memories. You guys don't know on this channel, but my old channel, which we'll probably, I think, go back and visit someday, which if I'm like, want to show that, I will. but who knows. But for WWE 2K17, I used to play this game a lot. This is where I started Universe Mode on my old channel. This is like how I got into it. And I used to play a shit ton with my friends, and it just was a great time with the homies. But for WWE 2K17, since it holds a special place in JV's heart, I'm gonna give it a B ranking. I feel like it could be A, but it's just not quite there. But for the memories, it's an A. But for the overall game, it's a B. Okay, guys. So you guys know how I just said I played a shit ton of WWE 2K17 with my friends and just like enjoyed that game a lot. WWE 2K18 is a different story. This had Seth Rollins on the cover. I was very stoked for this game. Like, you guys don't even know. I pre-ordered this game, spent $120 on it. Maybe not 120. I think it was like $100 back then. But this game was good based on what I played. The lighting looked good. Like, everything seemed good. I don't know what happened. I think, to be honest with you guys, this was the year I stopped watching wrestling, because I hated wrestling around 2018 time, like mid to late, or like maybe early 20 or like late 2017 too, because that's when the game came out, and I just didn't love wrestling. So I didn't play much of this game, and I was very pissed because I spent $120 on a game I don't even play. And I remember having pictures of like the pre-order like screen just showing like 10 days, 7 days, counting down the days. But and for that ranking, I'm honestly gonna give it a D, guys. I only played like one match, I swear. And like recorded like 2 episodes of Universe Mode. I'm sorry, WWE 2K18. If you guys like that game, let me know in the comments. And then the game that carried us all through the wait for like 3 years. WWE 2K19 with the phenomenal AJ Styles on the cover was arguably one of the best wrestling games of the past 5 years. If not the best, I mean, past 5 years, you just gotta think, like, you didn't have many like great games during that period. But WWE 2K19 had the longevity. It had a great creation suite, great gameplay. It was the 2K showcase was Daniel Bryan's, which was okay. I mean, it was alright, you know. But my career was okay. I didn't play much of that. I think I played the whole thing, but I don't remember much of it. You know what I mean? I remember it being like weird. I remember there was like a Bray Wyatt and like Matt Hardy thing. But anyways, for WWE 2K19, since it had the longevity, since this is when I met my Xbox guys, we used to play this a lot before 22 came out. And for that reason, I just overall had fun with this game. So I'm going to put WWE 2K19 under the A category. And then the next game absolutely sucked ass, guys. WWE 2K20 was an absolute failure, but it did have some pluses. I'm going to give it like 2 pluses, guys. I mean, I got the game on sale for $30 for the deluxe edition, which was a great deal, and I absolutely had fun playing it. Even though the gameplay and the controls sucked. And it had The Fiend. It was the first game to feature The Fiend, one of the 2 games to feature him, which was awesome. But WWE 2K20, it's just not a good game besides that. And the 2K showcase was terrible. I was going to say torrible. Mix terrible and horrible together. You get horrible. But, I mean, the 2K original sucked. You had that like futuristic, you had like that swamp thing. I don't even know what to say. But, you know, we're going to go with a D rating for this game. I mean, like I said, the only good thing was I got it on sale for a cheap price and The Fiend was in the game. Next up, another game that probably disappointed a lot of people, and it disappointed me a little bit. But that is none other than WWE 2K Battlegrounds. This game was the second to only game to feature The Fiend. But they went with a more arcade-style approach, like to take place instead of WWE 2K21, because 2K20 was awful. But, you know, the 2K Battlegrounds, I bought this on release day. I was so happy that I bought it on release day. I'm like, this is the next WWE All-Stars. I got Edge for the pre-order bonus. I'm so happy. Turns out, it was a waste of money. I spent $50 on this game, and yeah, I regret it. But honestly, I had fun when I first started playing it. That's all that matters, right? So, for this game, I'm gonna give a D. The power-ups didn't really do it for me, and the gameplay was okay. And then finally, we're on the last game of this ranking, and that is none other than the most recent installment in the WWE game series, and that is WWE 2K22. It hits different. It has Rey Mysterio on the cover. But 2K22, I'm having a lot of fun with. I love the gameplay. Universe mode could be better, but the creation suite's great. Oh my god, this game was good. or it's still going, so it's not really was good, but it's good so far. 2K23 hopefully coming out in the next 3 months, 4 months, even though we haven't heard jack shit about it. But we're not talking about that here. WWE 2K22, this is really what put my channel out there. I mean, universe mode. We do this every week, guys, like, unless I'm taking an off week. But the series has just been getting so much love. I met a lot of great people within the WWE 2K community this year. Kaale, Cloud Dreams, John Apocalypse, you guys know who you are. What's the Status had some great creations that go up. World's Finest, just so many great content creators and friends of mine that made this game special to me. And it's still not over. The journey is still going. But for WWE 2K22, I'm going to give, honestly, an A rating because I feel like it's just a good game. It gets the job done for me, and I have a lot of fun playing it with friends. And guys, it's finally that time of the video. I am signing off here in about a minute. But thank you all for watching. If you are new, please like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. It will be greatly appreciated. And I still have this pen in my hand, which I've been holding in my hand this whole video pretty much. But if you guys enjoyed, like I said, do all that stuff. I mean, we do this tier list stuff every Tuesday, so why not subscribe if you like tier lists? Or like subscribe if you like wrestling, sports. And I'm just realizing I'm wearing my AEW hat in the WWE ranking tier list. So don't come after me and say, why are you wearing an AEW hat when you're ranking WWE stuff? I can enjoy both companies, okay? But that is all. I'm going to sign off now. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the 200 subscriber special. Take care, all.